Welcome back again to Apache Kafka series. So we are now going to continue with the code we are writing for the Kafka producer client. So you can see from my screen now, in the previous video, this is where we stopped, that we wrote the producer config file, and now we are going to continue on where we stopped. But before writing other classes, you can create also a topic bin. So for example, we can have a bin like this, and this bin will have a new topic, for example, and then let's just call it a topic. We'll return like a topic builder, and in this topic builder, you can give the name of the topic, let's say test topic, and then we can also have the topic partitions. We can say it should have, like, let's say 3 partitions. Then how many replication? We can also give the replication. If you didn't give any of this, then the default settings will be used. So let's say we give replication, we also say 3. Then we can say build. Then now when you start your application, the bin will be created. So if that topic does not exist, the topic will be created automatically. But if topic exists, then it will not be created. So at least I just show this in case if you have that need. But we are going to comment it out because we are not going to use it, and we already have our topic created previously. So now let's continue, for example, with Kafka producer service. And this producer service, it's going to use our let's have an interface. Okay, we are going to say Kafka producer service, and in this service we are going to have a method. This is an interface. We will have publish, a method that take a key and send a message. So we'll have like let's say void publish. It will just publish a message, and now it will take a string, a topic name, topic, another string like key, and then our message that we are going to send. We created a message view, so we can use that here. So we are taking that message, and by default we will also have another method, and this is publish sync. Let's call it a sync. I mean, when a message is sent, we will wait for the response. So here too, we are going to have our topic. Then we will also have the key, if key is needed. Then we'll also have our message view, then the message view. So this is our interface. We have this interface for Kafka producer service. So let's create an implementation of the interface. And in the implementation of the interface, we'll make it service. So we have a service. Let's use our also, maybe we will use login. So this will implement the interface we have. So after we implement the interface, we'll override the 2 methods. But one of the things we want, because this is our service that will also send message to Kafka using Kafka template, so we need a template here. So we need our Kafka template we have just created previously. Kafka template, yes, it takes a message, and then key, string key, and then a message, then Kafka template. So we have this. We are going to also use constructor injection then to send the message. So now here we can call our Kafka template and send the message. Send the message. So now we have the topic where the message will be sent, the key, if the key is given, then our message. That's all for this. So next in our method also, we are going to now, so we will first Kafka template, our send method, then we'll give the topic, the key, if key is given, then the message that we are sending. After the method, this is where I said you use the sync. You use get to wait for the result of the message. So after you send, you use get, and the get will return you a message. And sorry, this method actually we can return actually a send result message in the method. Send result, which will also have our string and will have our message. So this can also be returned. So we are just changing the return value of the method, so that because we are waiting for information. The reason why I add this, you can make it also like a void, but it's just to show to you that you can return a message there. So here we have this, then we get our exception, for example execution exception, or we can get like interrupted exception. So interrupted exception, and then we can catch the exception. Or if there are other exceptions that we are not waiting, maybe let's say general exception kind of thing. So we can put generic exception there, though I'm not expecting this, but just to indicate to you that you can do this. So let's log, for example, we got an error. So exception, for example, our topic, the key, and then the exception we got. All right, the exception we got. Then we can also throw another exception if we want. We can say like throw runtime exception for now, and then let's just copy exception while publishing message. Just I think it's okay for now. We are not going to worry much about messages. This then also in the next one we can also log some information, exception like unexpected. This one, unexpected exception, and then we also do the same, like just add unexpected, so that we know where we are getting the exception from. So this is also the sync way to send a message. This is the async. You just send, and then your listener, like the listener we created here, the message producer listener, will be triggered on like a callback. So this is how to write this. So we can also have a service, but I think we don't even need a service. We can just have our controller that also just publish that message. So let's go ahead and just create a simple controller, and this simple controller will be like a message controller. And the message controller, because we want to send the message from REST controller from outside wall, so we will have our we also need a topic here. So the name of the topic, let's say topic, and then we use at value here to get the information. Okay, sorry, then we can set Kafka topic name, so we can give it like this. And then now we have, like, we need our do we need a converter that will convert? We also need a DTO. So let's have a request object also that will be sent, and message request. And this message request, we will have like a private string key, private string message, for example. We can also have private long message ID, the ID of the message. We are using the, let's use the getter and then the setter. So we have all this now, and they are ready. This is like an object that will come from the outside wall. And we can also have a converter let's create a simple converter like message converter that will a component actually that will take the message and take the request and return a view for us. So convert and then message request, and this will just create a message view and return the message view for us. So in the message view, set ID request get ID, message view also set the message request get message, then we return the message. So now you have your converter. We can go to our controller, and then we also need the converter, message converter, sorry, final message converter. Okay, now we have our message converter, and then we also have a constructor. No, we just need the message converter. So we have, then let's create our two methods. One is send. The send will have a request body, and then message request, it will expect a message request. Sorry, did I write it wrong? No, message request. Okay, message requests. What's wrong? Did I write it message requests? Oh, sorry, there is an annotation here at request body. So let's import the message request here. Okay, now I have the message request, and this method will be like post mapping. Let's use post mapping. And what should we use in the path? It can be Kafka messages, and let's call it async. And then now we can just use our, let's get our message view first. Message view from converter, convert message request, and return our message view. Then we can use message. Okay, we also have to import our message service here. Message sorry, not message service, Kafka producer service, Kafka producer service here, and we can put it in the constructor, so we have it also in the constructor. Okay, now we can call our Kafka producer service dot publish, so we can say publish. And now in the publish, we are going to give the topic. We already have the topic up there, so the topic is there. Then from the request, we get the key, then we give the message that we converted. This is all for this. So let's create the async, also the sync, pardon. Now we have the sync. I'm just duplicating, copied and paste. So we have the sync, send sync, for example. It also take the request, but here while we are publishing, we say sync, we publish to sync. So that's all for our controller also. So now the application is almost ready. So I think for now we are going to again come back with the next video just to see how we can send a request or start our application and send a request to Apache Kafka brokers. So until then, I hope this will also benefit someone out there. Let's continue in the next video.